6 turkey sandwich, testing, 1 2 3. Y'all, I'm waiting for the screen to pop up on my end so I can monitor the situation. Live, homepage. Wow, where is it? Okay, there it is. Let me try it now. Testing, 1 2 3. Ollie, Austin free. LA, are you there? Present. Okay, I can actually hear myself now. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Even the quality in my light is trash now. But now you can hear me, so change the environment. Ah, the light. No. So I had to, so I really had to fix it. I can hear myself. Now let me make sure nothing else is picking up in the background. Hold on. Can you? I don't hear the music now, which is weird. There it goes. All right, I think we're getting somewhere. So I'm going to have to relabel everything. Move forward, LA. Just move forward. All right, let me move forward and push all the colors. Watch me power through this as if nothing ever happened. Watch me work. Now it's still glitching far as the sound popping in and out. I don't think there's anything I can do with that until I wait for it. So just one moment and I can move forward. I can pause that because now I can actually hear myself now. Oh, wow, what happened? So basically, I'm resetting everything because I had to restart the live stream over. Y'all, this is my third attempt, so we're gonna try it out. I'm putting my emojis in here, redoing the framework and setting up everything, and putting so much. 1 2 3 4. Start that. I put my message in here. Welcome back, my cool peeps. Happy face. Welcome back, my cool peeps. Please stand by as I reset up the framework for this live stream. Once again, this is my third attempt on going live, and it seems as though this time round we might be getting somewhere. Happy New Year to all my cool peeps and the ones who are just passing through to see what in the world is going on. The time right now is 5:47 a.m. Eastern Time. I did originally start on time with the first live stream, but I had some major technical difficulties, so much to the point where I had to just restart all over. Oh, I am looking. Oh, there it is. In the name of multitasking, I think I'm doing all right this time around. I think Goodness is on my side. Goodness is on my side. Welcome back, my cool peeps. Thank you for pressing the like button. Put that in there to redo the survey as well. Restructuring everything that I lost. I'm putting into this right now. I'll put some roses in here. Paste. Next thing I have to do, I'm gonna do the survey. There. The survey that I asked in the first stream was too much over the holiday. Well, so no, Benjamin Buttons. Bam. Hi. Come in. I'm creating the survey now. Did you overeat the holiday season? And Happy New Year to you as well. I'll get back to typing that in. I am working on the survey right now. Let's see, have you overeaten? HOLIDAY. I did. Dot 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 LOL. Laughing emoji. And did you overeat this holiday season? OVEREAT. There. Surveys go. We're getting things set up as nothing ever happened in the first place. Welcome in, my cool peeps, and once again, Happy New Year to you, Benjamin Buttons. Now I'm over here. We got, yeah, there we are. We've got things set up now as if nothing ever happened on the live. What y'all? Third time, start over today, and everything's working out good. I ended up resetting my cell phone to see what happened. So I started the cell phone and look again, and it's just like everything gets better. Perhaps my phone is just tired. It was like recharge. Happy New Year to you. Oh, gotta be good. I overate, and it was fun. But I didn't do that for the entire season. I picked my days where I did that, and that was Stranger Things was on. So as far as for the holiday season, I overate for when during the second time when Stranger Things came out on last month, and then yesterday when Stranger Things came their finale. I chose those 2 days, and I indulged in like dessert, soda, microwave popcorn. I made myself this really pasta dish, and I did, but only take out the holiday season. Did I miss anything? I'm looking so much. And what I'm going to do after I finish with the response is put, you know, retitle so you guys know what I'm talking about. There. So for I finally made a program. I don't think I'm going to be talking about that for the entire duration, but that is something I'm excited about. I'm to YouTube Studio right now so I can label it so guys can follow along with me. I have my snacks with me. I haven't started into them yet, but they are here. I need to get I think we did what for the first and second live stream attempt. You may not come back to the third one, but nonetheless, for the first, thank you for that. What's the age? Am I in the wrong one? Then bye. Let me go backwards. I'll go backwards. Oh, it's gone. So what I'm doing, I'm in YouTube Studio. Look video I'm live on, so I can put the title in. But I did. There it is. Found it. I made the YouTube partnership program. Dear, like the computer summary when it's with the live, it has the option for you to summarize what I'm talking about in the book. So currently, like this is my third time trying to go out today. I had first way too glitchy. The second everything came through but my sound was muted. This time so I'm resetting everything and it don't have issue. So I'm actually still getting set up. Happy New Year's, guys. My New Year's was really nice. And it was peaceful and quiet, just like it. Drama free as usual. As usual is a good thing. I just loafed around, did my best to catch on like stuff on like shows, holiday, New Year. Thank you guys so much for asking. Part two. And it seems like I'm missing something important. Please be advised. I can multitask really. Some days I struggle. This is the day where you'll see me struggling live on the screen, trying to get my description together and interact with my cool peeps at the same time. Good thing I'm not working in telemarketing because I would have fired. What I'm trying to do right now is get my tags going. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm glad you had a good one as well. That's the way to go. As peaceful as possible. Now, I didn't even watch Don Lemon. You know, Don great host of the New Year before he would let go from the. So I would turn in to watch him go crazy. But since he wasn't there, I just haven't been watching. That was one of the main things that glued me to the TV in the name of just getting going for the new year. Nope. But I did see on his live stream. Well, should I say I saw yesterday he was getting up to make his own New Year's hosting party. I think it probably went well, but I'll watch it. What are you talking about? Let me move forward and get my hashtags in here. Hercules the shark. I still some left over. I haven't even gotten around to them yet. Almost finished putting my labels in and 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll just do, guys. I'm going to get on out of this and get back to the comments. Saying this, I'm seeing to studio. Now I'm clarifying where this link should go. In it in Freestyle Thursday. If you guys are seeing this stuff, I will already have done behind the scenes, so I wouldn't have to be wasting time doing it on the live. So you're actually, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Those are really cool. Yay! Thank you so much. I'm gonna get to talking about the a portion of how I felt when I found out that I made it to the two partner program. Freestyle Thursday, there it is. So what I'm doing is classifying this playlist. The next thing I want to do, since I'm restarting it, I want to make sure I put the setting on so all you guys' comments come, because that's important. But I have to go in order so same thing. Which is important to preset everything if you can. So I went through my settings so everybody's things can be visible. Glad I noticed. I'm leaving out of YouTube studio. I'm going back to my feed so I can go back. Hey, look at those little hand thingies. That's cute. And 100 high five. Bam. Thank you so much. So what is I found out on the 30th, but I didn't say anything because I wanted to get cleared. Where do I begin? I have my chips. First off, let me thank you guys so much for celebrating with me. It means a lot. Did I cry? Yes, I did, but y'all didn't see it. Y'all didn't see me cry because when I found out it was on live stream per se. Thank you guys. I have at how can I keep up with other people? So it was not May, it was December 30th when I found out. Um, After my live stream went off. I don't have a calendar in front of me, but I believe December 30th was the day before yesterday. Today's the 1st. Yesterday was the 31st. The day before that was the 30th. So December 30th was probably a Tuesday when after my live stream, I hit the sign out button telling all of you guys bye. And when I went to YouTube Studio, there was a box that came up and it said congratulations. I'm like, whatever. I just didn't believe it. It was just right there. I'm like, whatever. So I waited. I even, ate breakfast and everything. I, I got my breakfast. I went to see my husband. And I was like, I saw something pop up on my screen, but I don't know if it's true or not because the struggle was with me trying to reach this goal for so long. I honestly didn't believe it, to tell you the truth, because come January 21st, I'll be on YouTube for 14 years. So I finally got awarded youth partnership 2 days before the year turned. So what I did was I got my cell phone and I went to the studio and it was reading the same thing. I'm like, is this saying what I think it's saying? Did I make it? It was so hard to believe, y'all. I'm just now really starting to have it set in. It took me a while, and it took me a while, meaning I'm an old school YouTuber now by right because I've been basically 14 years. So I still have in my mind the old school ways of how things um used to work in reference to part of the partnership program. So in my mind, it was like I was waiting for my congratulations letter. And once I got my letter, I believe I got my letter at around 4:30 p.m. that same day. When I got my letter, that it was real. Cause all I was saying for like years, I cannot wait to get that letter. I can't get that letter. The congratulations, Elay, you made YouTube. So I got the email, and that's when it hit me. I was like, my letter! Yes! You remember that SpongeBob episode when I think it was the Sweet Sweet Victory episode when SpongeBob he performed his whole and everybody he had the band together. The episode was so awesome. I felt like SpongeBob in that episode. I was like, sweet, sweet victory. I was like, ah! So what I'm going to do is print out the letter and put it in frame. I want to thank all of my cool helping me because it definitely made the part of had you guys not been here hanging out with us, chatting, liking, just coming in for a couple of minutes to say hi, or watching me in replay game. Everything that you did to show your support, it's obvious that it contributed to where I am today. It was really, really tough. So I want to say this without sounding all stereotypical, but I can walk it how I talk it. I finally finished a chapter in my life where you guys got to see me hold the line for a long time. I lived by example because I kept telling everyone else who was asking me for advice to keep going. It don't be tough. And many of those surpassed me quicker. Is it obvious? So many people surpassed me in this YouTube, whatever you want to call it, this YouTube atmosphere. But I kept going. Finally. Finally, let me tell Benjamin thank you. Oh, I don't want to spill my chip. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Benjamin. So, yeah, let's just know it took me 13 years to make YouTube partnership, but it don't have to take that long. I really don't. And I don't want anybody to have to learn the hard way like I did. I'm not that type of person. I'm older now, so there are people who are looking up to me for advice. I don't want to be one of those people like, I don't want you to make it faster than me because I struggle. You got to pay your dues, blah, blah, blah. No, which is why I have a segment on, y'all, my computer. I need to vacuum out my computer. I have a segment on YouTube called Explore the YouTube Bible where you saw me going through all the rules and trying to figure out everything, and you see on live screen in real time how I always got confused with rules because they're always changing. And when I changed and tried to follow the rules, it always messed up my platform. It put me in a constant spot of stagnation. I don't want you guys to go through that constant spot of stagnation. So I recommend using AI overview to get your answers because you'll get a lot faster. And I can guarantee you, probably won't take this years to get partnership. Because, like I said, I've seen so many people surpass me. And big ones are out here. They have 100K subscribers, 50 subscribers, 3,000 subscribers. All of them have in mind started after me, way after me. But in that thing, I didn't get this. I didn't get angry to the point where it's like, on me, stumbling block in front of their face. But I can tell you this one thing. I was scared because I'm like, wow, I'm working hard on this. I'm doing something wrong. So I did have some dark times as a YouTuber because I was very scared. Am I wasting my time? Am I being selfish, pouring time into this? Although I really like to do it. Y'all, I have family. I'm married, so I was always really in my head making sure I was giving them collectively as a family, spending time with husband, spending time with our son, separately and then together, and then making sure I had enough time for myself, making sure I wasn't pouring too much in YouTube. So I was really thinking about a lot of those things for a handful of years. So it was really scary because I was doing my best to look in the mirror to see if maybe I needed to redirect my life in general. But during that, I still continued to make videos with fun. But here I am. I went through the times. What if I should just do something else? Here I am. And to every last one of y'all, it don't take y'all that long to get it like it took me. Here I am. Thought woman, much the same that were in my head. Let's say, like a stay-at-home mom is a working woman. If she's really conscious, she wants, like I said, you have to spend time separately with each individual in your family. You give them under the individual time. It's time to go together with them as a whole family unit. Plus, have time for yourself. Mental health, just like Kaisa and I said, it's true. You have to make sure you have time for yourself, and also take some time from work, which is social media, or if you're working a actual working workplace, you have to make sure that you're not over giving the work because before you pulling way too much out of you, relying much on you at a job, and you turn around and you might as well be injured because putting all this stuff on me. I'm not gonna have enough left to get home. So it's a lot of things. If you care, if you want to willingly live intentionally to be the best for yourself first and then your family, a lot of these things go through your head. And a sea or a big old wave. And once you continue to exercise these things in your mind, I had to write them out. Eventually, it don't be like a big sea of questions. It becomes one big flow, meaning you'll find yourself developing a structured schedule. You have to find the schedule to make all this work. So I found the schedule to make everything work in my household. Even been putting in more time for myself. I used to feel very guilty about doing that. So my husband was helping me make sure I had more time for myself because I wasn't doing that. And y'all, it was hard. It took me like 2 or 3 years to actually to take more time for myself and that it was okay. So that's my thoughts on being a working woman or being a working man because the same rules apply. You have to divide your time up accordingly. Yeah. Yeah, my life, it may continue to glitch. This is my actually my third time um attended this live stream for today. My first live stream was super duper glitchy to the point I had to restart it. I started it again the second time, but no one could hear me. It was muted. And everything on my side, the microphone button was on. It didn't say anything on my side. So I just decided to restart the cell phone over because I'm streaming from my cell phone. So once I started my cell phone over, everything worked out there. So thank you guys for bearing with me with the glitchiness. Thank you, Oliver Smith, for that. Yeah, so that's my advice. I was very scared. It was more frightening than graduating high school and realizing that I'm coming from a place of my point of view. It was scarier than graduated from high school and seeing everybody around me, friends or not. I've been with them for over 12 years. We all grew up there. Seeing it all planned out. And me not knowing you could do stuff like that because I lived in a sheltered house. So I felt more stupid at then you guys tell me there's other things I can do in this. So graduating high school was a experience, more revelation of how far behind I was in the world. It was a heavy burden because I knew I was going to have a lot to learn. So scary. How could I relate this life? Growing in life was really for me because I wasn't sure if I was making the right decision, but at that time, those were my only to make. If in life throws at you sometimes some weird bananas, and I got thrown some weird raw bananas. So in the situation I got in, it was bad all the way around, and so it was like I had lesser of two evils. I was going to lose really bad. So what it boiled down to in real life, it was either I was going to lose my life because I was in a bad relationship or lose all my material things I worked so hard for. So basically, that moment in life in my early 20s, I was faced with some real world stuff. Stay here, a really bad relationship, and probably not make it out or stay and hold on to my cars that I had, my house that I had, everything I had built some type of structure. So I chose to leave all that behind so I wouldn't physically be removed from this planet. That was really, really, really hard and scary. And I can I can say that's how I felt for a few years dealing with this YouTube stuff because it wasn't just me in the situation. I was married and we had a child. So I didn't want to be like these other YouTubers where you see this horrible pattern where they have a family or they have boyfriends and they're probably talking about we're gonna get engaged and they seem really happy. The home is happy. But something happens where they lose the structure of the family dynamic and get so in the fame monster, the YouTube monster, reading in the comments, thinking I should do this, maybe do that and start changing. So a lot of things I was preparing myself for to make sure I was ready for. I was always making sure as centered as possible. Walk it like I talk it. I tell all my cool peeps to just be yourself. The hardest battle in life is to be yourself. So I had to constantly make sure the things I was doing, even how I was thinking was to a level that I thought was nice. But I can tell you, it was very scary because I didn't want to accidentally lose my family. All in the name of wanting to be a part of the partnership and have, you know, financial relief. I didn't want to accidentally get wrapped up in that, although my reasonings were for a higher cause to more is better, right? So that was scary too. Because there were times when I was in YouTube where I think I put in way too much and I almost burned out. And burnout is very uncomfortable. If I've experienced that one good time, and that was when my hair was really short. So, yeah, I can tell you that much for sure. I'm glad I'm out of that. I'm glad bold enough to actually things for what they were or and still take things for what they are and mentally walk out on how it could be if I choose to continue going down the path, or how it can be if I continue to walk down this path, or how it will be if I continue to put in the work, right? So, although it took me over 10 years to get YouTube partner, I don't feel like I missed anything. I don't feel like I missed a beat. I don't feel like I'm behind. I don't feel like I'm on life. And I definitely don't feel how I felt day after I graduated. After I graduated, like before, because I found everybody else had plans on what they wanted to do and didn't even know you could do stuff like that. I was stuck. I never feel like that as far as making YouTube partner. It seems all the work I've done for all these years has met me at. And I'm having a conversation with all the years that I put in with YouTube, and I haven't missed a beat. I don't have to sit at the table, drink coffee, and catch up on anything. It I lost anything, which is scary, cool, and unique. I've never experienced anything like this before. I can actually have a marker in life, can go back and tell others, how you feel when this, or has this feeling ever happened to you? I actually have a new experience and a new feeling in my life that I can utilize if necessary. If someone asks me, life, have you ever felt like this, or what did you do with that? So I can say it's nice to be graduated in the school of life, new life lessons. There was a time when I was on YouTube, and it felt like I was stagnant for quite years because it took me 13 years to make partnership. So I felt stagnant, and I was wondering if my presentation was a reflection, unbeknownst to myself, of my life. So that scared me too, because, for example, you know how they say when you look in someone's video, you can tell how the man or woman is based on how they keep their car clean. Oh, that's how I felt/feel about my YouTube platform. Whatever you have through your uploads, your story, what you're constantly talking about, is unfortunately a reflection of who you it so I pause. It's unfortunately a reflection of who you are, what type of circles you run around, what type of time you're on, what you think about time. So I wanted to make sure I was showing up in all the right ways, not to put on the front, my cool peeps, but just to make sure I stay centered. So being a content creator, if you're self-aware of the content you're putting out, we're also showing you who we really are. Some people are on here faking, but you can kind of tell. They'll just come right out and tell you, I just do this for I dress as a clown, but it's this. But the lines have blurred tremendously on social media, where people's realities have blurred um social media, if that makes sense. So you can, the veil has, you're like to see people really are. So it's a lot of responsibility. It's a responsibility for me personally because I really want to do my life. Walk it how I talk it, lead by example, and so on. So once again, let me get in these comments really quickly. I want to say thank you once again, my peeps, for helping me get to partnership because I most definitely do this on my own. I want to say thank you to my beautiful family because they really did help me during some dark times in my mind. I didn't know if I was still making the right choice by picking away at this whole YouTube thing or not. So I'm going to put a couple of positive quotes in here to break up some of the things in here. This part, put in there. The time right now is 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are watching LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I just want to stop and say thank you. And also thank you to YouTube because you most certainly did not have to approve me. And that's the hard, honest truth. Um, so I got my letter, and that became. I'm going to print out the letter and frame it. A personal goal hit, realized, and actualized. I'm happy about that because my family is proud of me. I don't know about parents. My parents and I are not close. But what matters to me is that my family that care me the most is proud of me. And I did not want to fail them. So finally making YouTube partnership, I believe is solidify something for them as well because all these years I'm like, I'm going to make it. I just don't know when. I just have to keep going. I even kept records of how my numbers dipped all the time and spiked. And when the year, like the day 365 would roll over, my numbers would drop and I had to try to rebuild back everything up. It was a roller coaster. So I can say I'm very glad that I was able to close this chapter in my life. And my parent, not, I keep saying my parent, I don't know why. It would have been nice if my parents would have me, but they have not been a part of my life for years now. But my husband and son are proud of me because I didn't quit and I walked it like I talked it. So this can strengthen anything they're going through in life. So that just keep going. Eventually it will happen. I know one thing for sure. I want to do some celebrating. I haven't even begun to celebrate. It's still soaking in. As I was saying, I know I keep going, but I really tell you the story a little bit of the process. Like I said, when I got the email around 4:10 p.m. December 30th, that's when everything made clear to me that I actually made it. Because I had to go through a processing fee. There's a contract that I had to read and sign. Even though it's YouTube and I've been at it for a long time, you guys, the rules have changed so many times. I didn't sign that contract blindly. I read it a few times and went over it through AI overview to have AI overview break it down for me. I even had my husband go over it with me because even in that I was scared because I didn't want to sign something thinking that it was still the same from when I first started it. So I was nervous about the whole contract signing, making sure that it didn't change to the point where I wasn't gonna be cool with the rules. That was another thing I was worried about. I was almost frightened that since you changed the rules so many times, I thought when I was reading through the contract that something in the fine lines was going to read something that I was going to be on board with, and I would have been like, I finally made it. And now they put some new rules in place where I just don't feel comfortable signing this. That So those were the monsters in my mind that I was afraid of, hoping it wouldn't happen. All the while, keeping going. So thankfully, nothing like that presented is in the YouTube partnership contract. So I was able to sign it, go through some process, and wait for approval. So during the approval process, there was wiggle room for them to approve you, or you could have been rejected, then you would have had to. So I was shaking in my boots, hoping nothing like that, because in my life stuff like that always happens. So I prepared for the worst, all while hoping for the best. All while hoping for the best, meaning keeping moving forward. Sign documents, full understanding, going through the process that they asked me to do, and hoping that they would say, y'all, I just wasn't expecting it, honestly. Detroit Lions. I love the Detroit Lions. I'm a Detroit Lions fan for life, no matter if they don't ever win the championship or not. Detroit Lions has a special place in my heart, not only because I'm from Michigan, but because how they get treated on in the NFL is like how I saw myself being treated in life. There's a lot of things supposed to have fun. A lot of foul calls have been played, all in the to let the bigger popular team win. And I just had to sit there and eat and take it. Even though I had the proof, the referee played every playback on the thing. You know for sure that was Detroit's Lions ball. But they find some loophole and they lose the game. Things like that are always getting hurt. Why? Why? And our players always even. You be part of something great. You promise you're going to do this, and then they leave and go to another team and win the championship. Now, who was once friends on my life in Detroit Lions, we had to face our once upon friends. Now they're our enemies. Now I had to go against them to win. You already know my secrets because you played for the Detroit Lions, so you know how we move. So it's like I feel betrayed and infiltrated because you're gonna go to the Green Bay Packers, the Tennessee Titans, wherever, or the Pittsburgh Steelers, and you're gonna play for them and get a championship and use everything you learned. That's how my life has been, and in order for me to continue moving forward to make my life missing lemonade and to keep myself from going really crazy, I told myself, as of right now, this is my lot in life. I'm not saying I'm accepting it, but this is where I'm at on the game board of life. Where nobody's gonna play fair. I'm gonna listen to them. They're gonna believe me, even though I have the proof that things are happening to me. They're gonna side the strongest, most popular voice, and I'm prepared to take more hits, more blows to continue to rebuild. Y'all, I had to rebuild my life for so many times because a lot of stuff just kept happening. But to keep going, I was prepared for all that, knowing that eventually things would get better. Eventually, we'll be able to come to a place to settle. But right now, this is what it is. Prepare to take a whole bunch of poop from the world and keep going. Keep trying to do your best. Show up, take care of yourself. Stop feeding yourself with negative thoughts. Intentionally do things to make my energy happy. So, having said all that, when it was time to sign the contract, I was additionally relieved that there wasn't any terminology in there that would make me forego this opportunity. However, I told myself that there might be a slight chance upon signing this contract, you may be able to be part of it because it's going to be something that you don't like, and I might have to walk away again something that could have been a possible opportunity to help my family and my friends. So in my mind, I was prepared for that as well. But thankfully, to my surprise, it didn't work out that. I actually, everything worked out. The contract wasn't all that scary. So here we are. So all I'm saying is, I knew myself enough, and I knew my adversary enough to know how it played against me to try to discourage me, tire me out, run me down in this game called life. So I would just say, forget it. I cannot do this anymore. That's impossible. So I was willing to forego everything. Just the contract didn't seem right. I wouldn't have regretted any moment working up to that moment because I would have been able to look back to say I did the best I could mentally to think of all scenarios of what could have. Did I show up? Did I show up enough? Did I do my best? Did I treat my family correctly? Blah, blah, blah. But y'all, I'm just happy to be on the up life where I actually won something for a change, and there's no stipulations or oh, take it back because we decided that this person is a better fit, and we're sorry. I'm like, now you want to do things like that? So, thanks so much for your support. Shout out to you. I appreciate your positivity. Thank you so much. So yeah, you guys continue to exercise the worst case scenario, how you so when the opportunity presents itself, it'll be easier for you to make this into possibly accept the case scenario where if you're offered something and you're like, I don't think I want to do this, then come to how you will handle that upon walking away, or B, taking the situation and being happy about it. And some life, because unfortunately, there's bad, so there's the middle. The middle situation just comes and it's called negation. Maybe you practicing your mind mentally what you want, what you don't want. What if the worst case scenario happens? So you can kind of ready for something because something always comes out of left field, but at least the jolt of it won't be so you just not off your chair. So doing things like that, blah blah yaggity smaggity. Yes, it's early in the morning. I'm surprised you people wake this early in the morning. It is 6:36 a.m. Eastern Standard Time over here for me. And what's going on? You're glad to you're on live. Thank you so much. High five. Bam. Thank you so much. Listening to you. So guys, not only for myself, for my family and friends, and for all you cool peeps out here, you're able to see me come to a level of completance, if that's a word. It sounds good, so I'm with it. You were able to see me come to a level of completence. And I keep talking about this contract because I could have just easily been like, I finally had it. I'm done. Even in that moment, I was still just because I still have had to turn it down. But if I had to turn it down, I would have been too disappointed because I prepared myself for that. Would I have quit YouTube? No, I have quit YouTube. But I've taken another step back to figure out, okay, what I've trying to tell me that apparently I wasn't getting. Maybe I wasn't necessarily getting it. Maybe I got it. And life wanted me to walk it all the way up to that point to just be another story or people who may come to a situation like that. I was just going to turn it into that. but now I had the best of both worlds because I would have just went more back into my writings. I'm a self-published author. I love to write. What I like to write about is blending my real life stories that happen to me with science fiction stories, so I can open up book discussions. I can share with everybody who may be interested how to function out of a worst case scenario in your life. That's what it was about. So, like I said, if I didn't sign the contract because there were legal words and stuff in there, terms that I by, I would have just slowed down more on YouTube. I would not have quit. I would have probably minimized the schedule a little bit and just went straight to focusing more on my books. Good night. You have a good one, Oliver. Thank you so much. Hi. I know. Happy New Year's Day to you. Thank you for coming in for the third time. Y'all, my leg falling asleep. Thank you for coming in for the third time of me trying to get this live started. Thank you so much. Let me put. Have a good night. Thank you so much for coming in. So much for coming in. Have a good everything. And I'm going to put this in here as well. There you go. You have a beautiful point of view. Thank you so much. And that's my objective. Basically, when I write books, is to share with you guys another way you can sift through life. So shower over you into a way where you feel like you're in despair. So that's my point of how I looked at it. Like I said, if I didn't agree with the contract, I just would have less my time on YouTube and social media, went straight back to writing books. But now I have the best of both worlds. Not only a part of the YouTube partnership, put in me a different type of, I should say, sun. You know, like the sun in the sky. But right here, I see a new horizon at the way I look at how I'm going to go at writing my books now. I never really thought that could be a possibility. So yeah, back to the table and the lamp, and hammering out some books again. It's a whole new different meaning for me. It's actually, as I'm speaking with this, I'm talking to you um in my mind, and what I'm seeing is like a whole new setup in my mind, which will be my reality, how I see my office setup when I start writing my books again, and how my library will be once all my books are back on the shelves in the order I want it to be, even to flooring of how I envision it. I don't think I've ever envisioned my reformed space as luxurious as this. Now, when I say luxurious, my definition, my cool peeps, of luxury in the realms of having an office study is like a cottage in the woods with wood everywhere. The smell of the pine, the rusticness, the simplicity, uh, hearing the floors creak, hearing the creepy bugs, seeing the spurs be made in your windows, seeing those types of bugs around and not the creepy city bugs you see. It's just the warmth of it all. I can say, as I'm speaking to you guys, a new horizon for me. Finally, behold, the dawn of a new day is my closing quote in my first installment to my series. The book I wrote was called Chifra, and at the end of the book, the closing line was, "Behold, the dawn of a new day." Who would have thought that I will be beholding the dawn of a new day. And I'm excited with you guys because this is a moment that I want to share with you to show how just when I made my peace with that this was going to be my lot in life, going to take way more blows than most people, stand there and wait my turn and just keep getting beat over the head, but stand there and wait my turn. I just didn't think that when it was my turn, it was going to be given to me fairly. I made my peace also knowing, accepting that when it was my time, quote, to win, because everybody has a moment. I don't care if you're an evil person or a good person. Everybody has the moment when they get to have an opportunity to shine. So in my moment, I was going to come because that's just how nature works. But I also thought that when I was going to win, I was going to get scarred. Metaphor speaking, I thought I was going to get sliced in my face for all the world to see. Yeah, I made it, but bam, I'm still going to get you. And I saw that I'm being taken off. It's metaphorically how I expected my way to be because life has not been playing fair for me at all since I've been on this earth. And I have a where I started all that real talk so you guys could get to know me. I actually started sharing my life from like a small one to I think I'm in elementary, but the stuff I was telling you in those small videos through my eyes is available in the playlist. You can see why I think the way I think and and stuff like that. So having said that, I knew I was going to win, but I just knew at the finish line my face was going to get sliced with a razor and my arm was going to be torn off. Because that's how my life's just been. But this time, for the first time in forever, my family can witness me actually winning with no strings attached. It's really nice. Finally gonna get around to eating my snacks. I brought potato chips, guys. I have my cereal as usual and my Batman bowl. And I have a plastic around it so I don't spill it and stuff don't get in it. Excuse me, I'm going to be eating my cereal in this live stream because I have potato chips in this bowl. These are ruffled potato chips, and y'all, the bag my husband picked, the bag's filled up. Not a chip was broken. Every single chip was like really large and crispy. All the chips were super salty. It was, wow, it's been a long time. A perfect bag of potato chips. Honey, the times are changing. Thank you guys so much for all your warm wishes. Good morning, beautiful. Happy New Year. And Happy New Year to you as well. Let me see here. Hello and Happy New Year. I'm not in there, just so Happy New Year. Yay! Thank you guys so much. So once again, my cool peeps, I made the YouTube partnership program. It became official on the 30th after the contract was signed, and I went through checks and balance of approval. It was approved. Thanks, YouTube. You guys. Man, the chips, each chip is perfectly seasoned with the right amount of salt And I think it's butter in here. You guys, do you think in ruffled potatoes they put sticks of to the grease when they fry the potato? Because I am tasting butter. Second question. You fry potato and turn it into a potato chip if you fry up in just butter. You keep forgetting to buy chips. No, you have to buy potato chips. Live just the water. You have to have potato chips as well. I, do you, did you overeat this holiday season? I know I did. 44% of my peeps said yes. 56% of my cool people no. Outside 56% who wanted to be responsible. I overate, but only was watch Stranger Things. You guys see Stranger Things. Okay. I'm going to put in there. Did you guys see Stranger Things yesterday? Did you guys see Stranger Things? Did I spell? Okay, so did you guys see Stranger Things? I'm very for the third time around is being a lot better than the first two attempts. I'm going to wrap up the poll Fridays with your boy Hercules the Shark, backed by popular demand. Your boy's Hercules Shark. Tomorrow, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Happy New Year, LA, to you and all the characters of elaytv and your family and all the best. Thanks so much. High five. If Hercules was here, he would be like, hi, Finn. I was just telling everybody to join Hercules Shark tomorrow because he'll be here at the same time, same station. So you popped in just in time. I'm getting ready to actually wrap things up. This is my third attempt today making this live stream. The first one was bad, so I had to let it go. Second attempt, everything was muted. No one was hearing me, and on my end it didn't say that on my end my audio was saying it was good to go, but no one else could hear me. So I ended up restarting the phone over and did it. Sometimes the miracles of just resetting your cell phone over makes all the difference. I just think like that. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was in my Google Play Store thumbing around the App Store, different apps out, and sometimes the best thing for me to do is to download it out because the little stories that they say don't be enough. And so that's what happened. I installed the app and installed it. It's best to restart your phone over after doing things like that to get out the kinks and the bugs and stuff. So I bet you that's what happened. But I am going to take some time out to go through my phone to see if there's anything else I can. I don't want to factory reset. I'm quite sure there's things in there I can do. Let's see here. Thank you so much. I'm having a difficult time multitasking today. You guys' comments and talking to you at the same time. And y'all, it's not even Monday. I understand being this way on Monday, but y'all, it is Thursday. And I was about to say Taco Thursday. I think I'm going to get a nap. Thank you so much. Did you change your name? But I put this in here. Thank you. KN. Thank you. I tried. TR. Boy, TRY. How you guys? You guys having a good day? I know I am. And I was very happy to be able to finally have this moment to share with you kind of my YouTube. Let you guys my thought processes of what I thought about during this whole. So yeah, I got to share with you guys how I felt, what I experienced, and how I interpreted that moment in my life. I'm glad it's behind me now. I was willing to hold the line for however long it took, even if it meant I had to hold the line well into senior citizen years. And y'all, that's real talk. I made a peace with myself with the way life was going, and based on all the things I told you, I'm willing to unfortunately hold on well into my senior citizens years. Although I don't see fear for it to have to take so long for me to get what's coming to me in the way, I will be willing to hold the line for however long it goes. I'm just glad it didn't take that long for me to be in my 70s. I'm very thankful about that. I'm glad it happened now. Every day is taco day. Man, I tell you, the crunch of it all. Shots of Taco Bell. Y'all, I know many people say Taco Bell is not real authentic Mexican food. Neither is real authentic African American black people soul food. But what we do, we get in that line and order it anyway. So leave me alone. Y'all gonna make one to up it or tacos for the gas kill. I wonder if you two can make it possible stickers give me can stay up longer. Thank you, Jasmine. That's really adorable. I'm gonna taco chat just because they're good snacks. I'm really considering Taco Bell today. Really? I'm. Let me write it down. So today, or maybe MAYBE plan it so my fam and I can have it this coming Tuesday. Yeah. Hang on, I am typing out my thoughts. You guys can read them as well. Excuse me. I had a Coca over here. I put it away. At one point, I had a mini Coca-Cola. I was making a drink out here, but I just stuck with the chips and the water. Perhaps around noon, I'll open up the Coca-Cola. If only potato chips provided um the vitamins and minerals we need. You know how healthy I'd be if potato chips had vitamin in it. Oh, can I? JAS. Aww. Jasmine. Oh no! Ah! vitamins. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool if we were able to do that? We would be weak and frail because we'll have in this one bag of chips. Hmm. Shouts out to Lilo and Stitch. Stitch is a really cool character on Disney. I like his attitude and his spunkiness and how weird he is. And how he was able to, I should I say, manage to find himself a family as well. Stitch is spunky and he went rogue on many levels that the supreme alien lady could not even handle him. That's why she sent him to planet Earth and he went to Hawaii. She was like, just get him off my planet. He was exiled, never to return back to whatever planet he came from. But he messed around and changed the world. I think that's everything today. I want to thank all my cool people for coming in, hanging out with me on this Freestyle Thursday where you get to see me as myself and not in a costume. Monday and Tuesdays, you get Morning Moves with elaytv where I dress up as a cow. On Tuesday, it's the intentionally very long live stream show with Baskethead where we gather around and fellowship on the mothership for a 5 hour minimum time. We watch movies, talk about movies, and talk about whatever movie it is that we watch that and other random things in the chat. What I like about Baskethead is because it's more of a chattier live feed because instead of me talking through the movie while the movie is playing, I'm typing more within the comment, and it's really fun. So I do enjoy that because it reminds me of like if I'm on the video games talking through text. I'm not a fan. I'm not too much of a fan of when I do play video games of linking up and miking up and playing video games and talking at the same time. I just in text messages because like I said, it's so much stuff I have to pay attention to in the realm of gaming and multi. Sometimes it just be too much, and all I can do is an emoji. That's all I got. Oh man. Speaking of gaming, guys, are you ready for the next Super Mario movie? Finally, Super Mario Galaxy is out sometime in, I think, April. I'll have to watch the trailer again. I was minding my own business. I probably was making food to eat. And then my husband came, he was like, guess what? I can't believe they played it. I'm like, what? I'm like, what is a game? You call it play on the game? I'm lost. No. Made what? But I was excited. And he told me that he just saw the trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy. I was like, what? They actually did it. It's one thing to follow movies and they promise that it's going to be a part 2 or sequel, and then it gets down the road for years and years and years. Like I Am Legend, I Roll, like Beetlejuice finally came out. They've been promising us a Beetlejuice remake for at least over 7 years for that to come out. So I started to not rely so much on Hollywood like that because the deliverability power in reference to letting us know there's going to be anything else regarding movies due to the writer's strike and all these other types of strikes that have happened. It really messed up the time that movies were supposed to come out. And a lot of the shows just didn't get to feel in the first place. And it was like, dang. So that's how I was feeling. I'm like, it's taking forever to come out. Are they gonna keep kicking it down the road? Yeah, we're on our way. Just want to let you know we are in we've got Galaxy development. If you tell me you are in development one more time with this movie, it's gonna be a fight. So, should play have a rollout date sometime of this year. It is official. That's Marvel and all the happiness that it has. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm Minimum's page to see if that's a possibility. If it is a possibility, I'll be sure to pass that information over to Hercules. He's happy about that is if you don't already know. So I'm going to type it in and see if there's going to be a Jaws remake. There's going to be a Jaws remake. Once again, thank you guys for your contribution. It's really cool. And it's really cute when I see them up here. I just asked, is there going to be a Jaws remake? And the Cortez overview says, no, Jaws is not officially being remade, despite rumors, primarily because director Steven Spielberg has constantly refused to allow his iconic film to be remade or rebooted. Though Universal has approached him about it, while concepts and discussions about the sequels or reboots, Spielberg's firm stance and the challenging production of the original make and the challenging production of the original make a remake unlikely anytime soon. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, Steven Spielberg is just saying an eternal no. And whoever crosses his path who asks, can we take upon the liberty and burden to carry on your legacy, Steven Spielberg? We'll pay for it ourselves. He's like, no, that's my shark fin that's growing out of my arm. No, nobody's making Jaws. Time. So in this paragraph I thought I wanted to share with you guys, it says, why are fake constant discussion about sequels or reboots? What came to mind is all the Sharknado movies. I'm wondering if Sharknado was worth the that Steven Spielberg's telling everybody who wants to make a remake a resounding H no. That remake was made in the first place to pacify us shark lovers with something. Steven Spielberg won't let more people live and try to remake Jaws. If Jaws was remade, I would be disappointed it's a flop because I'd just be happy that it's out. Jaws will be an exception because it's like with the Jaws movie. Because in my opinion, they're so far behind on remakes of Jaws. Let's just say that this will be the first attempt at Jaws remake, so I'm expecting it to flop. But after they again, no pun intended, the second attempt will be better. Just like there's a handful of movies out here, like the Spider-Man movies, y'all. When they first turned human, it's a term that. But nonetheless, when the Spider-Man first came out in the early 2000s, I thought it was everything. Me and my life, that was the first time I seen any comic book heroes apart from Batman hitting the theaters and us being able to see their real life story played out as an infant form. But as I grew older and started to see the Spider-Man timeline and story unravel, I'm like, there's some things that changed. And just like that, as we camera forward, the Spider-Man that we're getting today is spot on. So much to the point that we've even seen him play in like the Avengers and stuff. So I'm sure masses agree that the particular guy who played Peter Parker was perfect for the role or the rebranding of the Spider that we currently see. No shade to the first Peter Parker that was played because they did good for its time because the of the cartoon that was done when it came on Fox 66 on Saturday mornings. That particular Peter Parker, the perfect match for the original Peter Parker that came out that year. So congratulations. And another thing, it also just exuded just how much Peter Parker really needed help. Well, he didn't have much help to help him make decisions. Although May was there, she still wasn't enough. That was because he wasn't telling her his secrets of him being Spider-Man. I think we wouldn't have seen this frustrating mental, which was a mess in Peter Parker's head, if he went on and told Aunt May that he was Spider-Man. Spider was really ticked me off in those movies because he was taking her to make the decision and everything. And one thing May said was basically, you had to make a decision or a decision's going to get made on you and make a mess of you. And that was the reflection of Peter Parker at that time. Making a not making a decision. And that's so in the grand scheme of things, Aunt May probably did the possible, but once again, he was growing up into his own. He was no longer a child, so she could not make him choose. It was still up to him. Moving forward from Spider-Man, Popeyes. Y'all talk about Popeyes chicken. Y'all talking about? Thank you. Happy 2020 to you as well. Let me put. Let me put. I'm going to add in here. Add and here's the other one. Oh, there you go. Thank you. And happy New Year to you too. Let's see here. Celebration. What is it? Where is my party hat? Here it is. And thank you. That's that on that. How world I got to talk about spraying who knows, but it flowed really well. My take on Parker. Blah blah blah. Yaggity smack. You guys, you know what sounds good right now? Chicken pot pies. Chicken. I'm gonna put some chickens in the chat and some pies in the chat. Where's my pie emoji? Excuse me. I'm actually typing that. Y'all, chicken pot pies. Pot pies actually sound nice right about now. Bada bing. get out there maybe a half hour ago. Maybe it was 20 minutes ago. But I started talking about something else and I kept rolling on and on and on. I'm glad I was able to say hello to some of the cool peeps who have just got into here. Yes, come on, Mr. Steven Spielberg. Yes, so he's holding the line right now. He's not allowing anybody to remake Jaws, and it would be nice. It says Steven Spielberg stands. Steven Spielberg had made it clear he won't remake his own films, especially Jaws, a difficult production he doesn't want to revisit. Okay, I get it, but what does that have to do with other people remaking it? No, in the legalese of it all, that's probably outside my pay grade to understand the complexities of other people. It says here studio interest versus reality. Universal has reportedly shown interest in a reboot potential with Spielberg producing, but he said no. Legacy challenges. The original's iconic status, John Williams' legendary score, and the difficulty in recapturing the original magic are major hurdles for any remake. When you're making remake, you don't follow it Bible line. You guys, it's 26. It had to be line by line. It's Jaws. The real world stuff that's happening. Chemical spills, forest fires, dumpster fires, people feeding in the grocery store over a chicken. No, anything is possible. We could have Jaws somewhere where it gets mutated or something, or just keep it simple. It's 2020. When was the last time something like that happened? Years ago. So just let it happen again. The evolution of life and in the name of history repeating itself. And it's captured through the lens of modern day people. Bathing suits have changed, sands have changed, the beaches, landscapes have changed. How people beach is different from how people beach in the past. The cars have changed, hairstyles have changed, personalities have changed. I don't know what happened, but that's happening too frequently now. Moving forward, to be made. Find Spielberg to do it. Get somebody else who wants to be up for challenge. So it says here social remix. While buzz appears periodically, like in 2020, 2021, there are no confirmed plans for a remake. It's discussed often revolving around legacy sequels or spin-offs that haven't materialized. Lastly, short, don't expect a new Jaws film anytime soon, as the original remains untouched by a modern remake. I'm not gonna believe it. I think something is. I think fight our way out of a paper bag if this doesn't happen. So this is the news regarding Jaws. I'll copy and paste the information in there. Ooh, I don't even need to read a deeper dive. Steven said no, and that's that. You guys, my name is Elay, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Happy New Year to all of you. Today you're watching Freestyle me, LA. Tomorrow your boy Hercules Shark will be on back by popular demand. I don't know what he's going to be talking about. All I know is it's a new year for him as well. Monday and Tuesday it is morning mood, and I dressed up in my cow suit. Wednesday is basket head. See is Monday morning, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hercules will be on tomorrow morning. High five to everybody. Bam. Keep having good YouTubers. As cliche as it sounds, keep going and just be honest with yourself every step of the way. To see your head in the right direction, your motives are in the right direction. And during this process of being a YouTuber, you will be growing up as well in real life. Things may change, interests may shift. Don't be afraid to go with that as the current change on how you may want to present yourself on YouTube. If you're growing up, try not to stagnate yourself on YouTube, all in the name of keeping views. I want to start talking about something else. Figure out a way you can work that into your platform so you don't lose yourself. One of the games not to lose yourself when you're doing it. But like you shutting in, and I'm gonna tell my husband about this. It's probably time for a whole new ring light or something. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye.